YouTube, welcome back to another episode of Fantasy Disc Golf Podcast here at OTB, talking about Hold My Bag, Fantasy Disc Golf, and SkipAce.com for Fantasy Disc Golf as well, going over our lineups that we have been. We missed a week or two, but we have Danny with us here from All A Open. That was just a couple weeks ago, and Aaron with us here as well. Welcome, boys. Let's get down to it. We just kind of go over a couple of the winners from the Hold My Bag from the Northwest Disc Golf Championships. That was one of the 2 weeks ago ones. Pixel Fruit, Nate, and N Clan all taking home some money from OTB gift cards from the free entry. So all of this is free if you didn't know. So it's free to enter, and you have a chance to get free gift cards as well. So from the Preserve, we had A Charlie B, Renuk, and ABD Disc Golf all taking home gift cards as well. So something to shoot for on there. Yeah. All right. Let's get into our picks. Going from the top tier, only 4 players: Gannon Buhr, Anthony Barella, Ricky Wysocki, and Isaac Robinson.
We're at Des Moines also, by the way.
Yep.
This week.
Des Moines. It's
Des Moines.
Oh, so it's not the Prince Edward Island.
No.
Oh.
No. We're in Des Moines. Formerly the Des Moines Challenge, now the Discmania Challenge.
Okay. Well, that doesn't really change anything here for my first pick because I definitely went with Gannon Buhr.
I'm going Gannon all year long, baby.
Yeah. Especially with that home cooking too.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me not to go with the best player in the world.
I had some. They actually have some stats here on the Hold My Bag. So Gannon Buhr has actually been picked 75.6% of the time in Tier 1. So there are people picking different things that mix it up a little bit. The next tier, though, so all of us picking Gannon.
Yep.
That's a no-brainer. Not that those other guys can't compete or win, but just the floor alone is there. Group number 2, about 10 players: Calvin Heimberg, Ezra Robinson, Paul McBeth, Simon Lizotte, Adam Hammis, Evan Smith, Chris Dickerson, and Matt Oram. Who'd you guys go with here?
I went with Calvin.
Yeah, actually, I went with Vinny too. Just for some reason, his name stood out from that group, and got a ride with the boy.
It was Vinny or Paul to me.
Yeah, Paul's a thought in there. Simon too. Adam's been playing well this year, but Calvin for me as well. It was the second highest picked at 40% picked on the Hold My Bag. So interesting there, but he's definitely a popular player in Tier 2. Tier 3, again, kind of doubles the field again. Andrew Marweed, McMahon, Adderhold, Presnell, Ellis, Gossage, Rathbun, Turner, Joel Freeman, Radolin, Luke Taylor, and Babcock. A lot of good names here. Austin Turner taking home the Majestic last week, where a lot of the MPO field played while the women were playing their championship. Who'd you guys roll with here on Tier 3?
I'm going with Eagle.
Nice. Yeah. Solid choice. This is it's a tough tier, man. I went with Austin. Yeah. Like Jer said, he's riding the hot hand right now. That was a good comeback, dropping the 10 down in the final round of the Majestic to take home a reputable A tier.
I think those are great picks. For my personal pick, I did go Corey Ellis because he's been playing well as well. Yeah. Almost taking home the Preserve if Gannon didn't play just out of his mind. But there's a lot of good choices here. Even Eagle, I did think about him as well. Originally I did think we were playing the Prince Edward Island. He's one of the only ones that actually played that course before, so he would have been my choice there. But I did switch it up and go to Corey Ellis here.
I do like me some Corey.
So we have a little
three-way I'm good with the Corey call.
Corey call, yeah. Let's rock with the Corey. That would be a nice pick. Let me try to see here how much he's been picked. Maybe one moment.
It looks real green where you're at, Danny.
Bro, it's like kind of the sketchiest, like one lane road. It feels like so you just gotta kind of drive off the road if you see someone else. but it is beautiful.
So Corey Ellis at 25.5% on the
Low.
drafted. Definitely still in the top tier as far as picked. So
Makes some sense.
Yeah, playing well. Him and Austin both playing well.
and then we'll get into tier 4 here. Ford, Bradley Williams, Tipton, Burridge, Mensima, Paul Cran, Silas Schultz, Callaway, Alden Harris, Zach Nash, Welk, and Hebenheimer. A lot of good players to pick from. I don't think any one name really sticks out. I went with Silas Schultz on this one just because of the recency bias there, probably. But there's a lot of big players to pick from. Mensima's been playing well. Callaway's been playing well. Zach Nash been playing well. Hebenheimer's a sleeper from playing from behind, kind of, and just still finishing really
his
well.
best finish ever the other day. Top 25.
Yeah, so he's been playing as well. What about you guys?
I was sort of between two people, Sully and Noah,
Okay.
and I went with Sully. Noah's been playing real well.
Yeah, no, it has. I will say he's from that area, so he probably plays better at that course than maybe most do. So I like the Sullivan play as far as just overall.
Oh, look at that lake. Look at that lake,
yeah,
Danny.
That's a nice one.
That's pretty sweet.
Tahoe vibes for sure.
Yep.
I saw a lake too.
I went with Heebs on this one.
Hebenheimer. Okay.
Thrower's course, he's been playing well. I don't know. He stood out to me.
I like Heebs.
Nice. Let's throw it to Kyle, see if he can show us off. You want to pick one of those three?
I'll go with Hebenheimer.
Hebenheimers. All right, we'll go with Hebenheimer this week.
Our boy, whose favorite athlete of all time is Kevin Jones.
Yep.
Nice.
Alrighty, and in the tier 5. Well, funny you say that because he's a higher tier than Kevin in this particular week. But tier 5, we got Nico LaCastro, Ulibarri, Ty Love, Kevin Jones, Luke Humphreys, Clay Edwards, Kale Levitska, Harry Chase, Braden Sides, Nathan Queen, Greg Barsby, Andrew Miranda, and Chris Clemens. And Harper Thompson, Kramer, Coling, Rye, Lundquist, Arlinghouse, and Aaron's. Long list there. So a lot of players to choose from. You can definitely go wrong, but it's hard to go right on these guys here. Not to
Well
feel
said,
really
dude.
bad saying
Quotable.
that, but I personally went Greg Barsby. Recency, been playing really well. He loves playing this area of the United States, but just right in the hot hand. I think his putters turn on. It's that time of year where they're getting ready to go over to the European side and take some things down where he usually plays well. So I'm hoping to kind of ride that a little bit.
Okay. I don't hate it. Andy Miranda stood out for me there. Andrew Miranda.
Mm-hmm.
You know who kind of made a case in my eyes was Carter Aarons, because he shot a pretty hot round in the last one. So definitely thought about Carter for a second. Aaron, who'd you go with?
I picked Yuli.
Okay. Yeah. I was not expecting that one.
Yuli's been hot lately, man.
He has been
He's been really, like he said, he changed his throw, so he doesn't try to throw as far anymore. He lost some distance, but ever since he did that, he's been shredding.
Yeah.
I don't hate the Yuli call, so we're going to toss it back to Kyle.
Toss it to Kyle.
I like Aaron's pick with the Yuli.
Aaron's pick with the Ulibarri. Okay. All right. Nice. All right. So there you have it for the Hold My Bag, just the 5 picks per category. So Buhr, Heimberg, Ellis, Hebenheimer, and Paul Ulibarri as our top 5 there.
I like that.
So that's a pretty good pick there. You can, again, play for free. There is also a $10 option in the pro. Right now, it's a really good chance to at least get your money back, as there's only 127 players. They need 300 or something. So take a look at that if you're interested. As we move on to now our skip base option. Again, this is a little different setup. You have a standard of points for your PDGA rating and whatnot.
And there's 6 players, 2 girls.
6 players, 2 girls, as we like to go through and kind of just pick one off at a time. What do you guys think?
I mean, once again, I started on FPO.
Yep.
And I went with Ella and Cadence Burge.
I like those picks.
Kind of middle high of the rating scale.
Yep.
And both got huge upside, I feel like.
I also went Cadence Buhr, so
right
I'm good to lock that one in for sure. I ended up going with Weatherman as my other option, just so I can kind of pick up some other points on the MPO side. What about you, Danny? Where were you feeling on the FPO?
I went Weatherman as well. I think
Weatherman, okay.
They both played so well last week, both in contention for the major.
Yep.
Just riding the hot hands and saving some points.
Yep. All right. I like that. So we'll ride with Weatherman and Burge for the FPO, and the MPO that leaves us 4,110 ratings points to mess with. So quite a bit actually. So we're going to get definitely a good player here.
My best player is Eagle. So
Eagle is a good play, and it gives you some room at only 1034. I like that play.
Mm-hmm.
Des Moines not as like crazy what it is. Some courses.
Yeah. So we'll work with Eagle McMahon as our first male pick, and then we'll work in. I think we're liking the Benton Callaway, or I like Zach Nash. Silas Schultz is a good play as well. Even Miranda right there in that area again. But a lot of us, I think we were saying Callaway. I think Callaway is a good option as well. I'm good with that one.
Yeah.
And so that leaves us with 2,053 points. A lot of different directions to go here. You could go high end with a high rated 1050 guy and a 1,000 rated guy, or you can kind of work in two solid 1020, 1025 rated guys. What were you guys thinking on the extra ones? A lot of options to go here.
I'm pretty down with the two 1020-ish guys.
Okay.
Yeah. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, Aaron, you had Noah in there. He's like 1024-ish right now.
1026 from Noah. So that I do like that play. He's been playing really well. We don't really go that direction much, but he's definitely been improving week to week. I think that rating's been shooting up as well.
He's real dedicated in the gym right now too.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think he's going to be hungry, man. He was in the mix at the Majestic and didn't have the best last round. I think that's going to be good fuel.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree. So that leaves us with 1,027. Again, a lot to play with here. Ezra Aderhold being the top 1027 rated player. Ty Love there as well. A lot of people here: Rathbun, Welk, Barsby, Hebenheimer, Alden Harris, Burge, Kranz, LeCastro. It's hard to know if you really want to leave points out there or not.
My only hesitation with Ezra is jet lag, bro. That
really,
been around the world.
I agree. I'm going to stay away from him just because he's been traveling so much.
Yeah, like he was like Europe back here, Europe back here, Europe back here. Now he's in Banff, and then
Yep.
Yeah, that man's all over the place.
He has been everywhere, bro. To me, he seemed like the obvious choice, but I think that's a good cause for caution.
Yeah. I just know when I saw him at Portland on Monday, I was like, whoa, I didn't think you're going to be here. He's like, I got in at noon, and it was like 2:00, and he was on the practice course, and he looked exhausted.
Yeah.
Like he did not want to be there.
Rathbun feels like an interesting choice.
Yeah.
He stood out of those names.
Coming off injury.
He's kind of from that area too, right?
I'm not sure where he's from.
Okay.
And he's back off injury, though, so he might be feeling fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
like
good
Jerry,
with
you're
that.
loving Barsby right now.
I do like the Barsby play. Hebenheimer's okay as well, but I definitely like one of those three: Rathbun, Barsby, Hebenheimer are one of my three picks there for sure. Every other one, there could be have a good weekend for sure, but
Kyle, we need you, bro.
We need you, Kyle.
It's between those three?
Yep.
Rathbun, Barsby, and Hebenheimer.
Who's Kyle gonna go with?
Rathbun.
Rathbun. I like
King of Whatnot. The king of Whatnot.
For real. If you haven't followed him on Whatnot, please do. So there you have it. That's our squad, leaving 1 point on the board. We got Eagle McMahon, Ben Calloway, Noah Mensima, Gavin Rathbun, Cadence Burge, and Emily Weatherman. Should be a good week. All of us individually are doing pretty well on here. We're all top 20, top 30. Yeah. And then as a team, we haven't put together the best weeks. It's kind of weird. But all of us have been in the top, have touched the top 10 for a second, I believe. So
yeah. I think it's like 8, 14, 18 or something like that. The three of us.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us, Danny. Thanks for hopping on the drive home and helping us with our picks.
Late night commute. It's still pretty light out, but it is officially 10:30. So
nice. Hell yeah!
All right.
Time to hit the hay and then get right back at it tomorrow. But
this is the longest day, second longest day of the year, or whatever, third longest day of the year. Yeah.
Right around our summer solstice. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The midsummer, baby. That's a big thing over here.
Yeah, it is. It's huge over there.
That was fun. That's fun. It's like our 4th of July. It kind of feels like it anyway.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know
I think it's bigger for them though. They're saying it's like second biggest holiday. It's Christmas and midsummer. So we went hard.
Nice.
Sick. Hell yeah.
Sweet.
All right.
Well,
later, boys.
Thanks for joining us. Please like and subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already, and see you next time.